Are there mandatory jail days for a second DUI offense in Indiana? Yes. In Indiana, a person's second DUI, they have to do 5 days in jail or 240 hours of community service work. And that's the minimum. I'm going to tell you right now, most judges and most prosecutors want a whole heck of a lot more than the minimum for a second DUI. So let's break it down a little bit. Number one, DUIs never go away. People ask me all the time, Mark, that first DUI was 7 years ago, doesn't count. Mark, my first DUI was 10 years ago, doesn't count. Mark, my first DUI was 40 years ago, doesn't count. I'm just letting you know all DUIs count. There's no fall off period for DUIs. There is a fall off period for calling a DUI a felony, and that's 7 years. So 2 within 7 years, that's a felony. 2 DUIs within 10 years, well, as long as that first one and the second one are separated by more than 7 years, well, that's a misdemeanor. So there is a number 7 that's important for DUI law, but not for purposes of a second DUI or third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. That's just the reality of the situation. So DUIs never fall away. I have clients that have gotten DUIs in the 70s before I was born. And then something crazy happens in their life and they get a DUI 2020. And the courts are still calling it a second DUI. So DUIs never fall off. Number 2, these are the minimum amounts. 5 days in jail or the 240 hours of community service work. It's not like a smorgasbord. You get to pick one or the other. Some judges and prosecutors are okay with saying, okay, well, let's pick one or the other. Most are not just okay with that, and it's something to argue for. Some prosecutors will never offer community service work. Some judges, even if the prosecutor offers it, will never accept it. So there's a full gamut. You have to have an attorney that knows what they're doing in the county they're in. Now the next part, again, I've already said this a few times, these are the minimums. Many prosecutors, a lot of judges too, think that a second DUI needs a whole heck of a lot more than the minimum punishment. So the minimums are seen as the floor, and prosecutors are continuously asking more and more and more. And the more recent the DUI was to the first one, the more punishment they want. So clearly, 2 DUIs within 2 years, well, guess what? Not only is a felony, you can do a heck of a lot more than 5 days in jail or 240 hours community service work. But in the other example, DUI is separated by 40 years. Well, most prosecutors aren't going to be hooting and hollering, I want a year in jail because they're separated by 40 years. Some counties and judges are different too. Some judges are like, hey, you know what? If it's been 10 years, been 15 years, what's going on? Let's make sure you get some sort of treatment. But the reality is, yes, there is mandatory jail days for a second DUI, and those mandatory days are the minimum. And so a lot of prosecutors and judges want a lot more punishment than that. So it's super important with the second DUI, third DUI, fourth DUI, whatever. Anytime there's multiple DUIs, talk to an experienced DUI attorney, because there's things that we can do now that will make things a lot easier down the road. We have to get a county-approved alcohol evaluation. We have to figure out what's going on in your life. Is this a one-off, or is it going to slow slide back into some sort of chemical dependency issue? But there's lots of things we can do now to make it easier later on. And then I'm going to tell you right now, if a person does things before a judge slams the gavel and makes them, it appears to be more genuine and from the heart. So you'll get more play, you'll get more opportunities if you do things before you need to do things, as opposed to being like, hey, you better get this stuff done. And I've had judges look at my clients who did not listen to my advice. A client that got treatment before sentencing. Client that did some positive things before sentencing. I've had judges tell them, I think you only did this because you're trying to manipulate me into not putting you in jail, and I'm not going to buy it. So please, if you're facing DUI number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, you have to get an experienced DUI defense attorney involved as soon as possible. If you have any questions about DUIs, multiple DUI offense, what's going to happen to my second DUI, give me a call, 317-632-3642. I love talking about DUI law, talk about it all day. But most importantly, remember to always plead the fifth.